Hello and welcome to this Satsang, to this human beautiful moment. Welcome to this moment where we don't need to create anything. Yay! We don't need to not create anything. Yay! Welcome to this moment where we don't need to heal anything. Yay! Where we don't need to fix anything. Yay! Where we don't need to alter anything. Yay! Welcome to this moment where all that is welcome, the theater of things apparently evolving and coming and going, the theater of a thing even having a possibility of existing as something separate from this vast brightness of being, this vast right where you are-ness of being, this shaka laka, shaka laka, the right where you are-ness, this instant, the immediacy of your experience, the immediacy of your expression, the immediacy of your perception. This invitation to notice what gets overlooked, this invitation to notice how this gets overlooked, this invitation to notice how innocent and how precious it is that this gets overlooked. This invitation to notice no matter how much this gets overlooked or how many apparent times this has gotten overlooked, still completely present and fresh and new and bright and alive and roaring as your whole existence right now. Consider that your existence is not limited to body, but is everything that can be perceived, this whole world, everything you've ever experienced, all the stars, all the celestial bodies. Consider that this is all of you. Or consider that all of this apparent phenomena, this apparent experience, this dynamic energy of being is appearing in you. Its only home is you. Your only home is you. It doesn't matter where we're at. It doesn't matter what space we're in. It doesn't matter what apparent lifetime we're in or timeline we're in. All of those expressions, all of those emanations are delightfully appearing in you. And I say delightfully because in this vast expanse of being, all phenomena is but the hallelujah, the exaltation of what's always here. It's so sweet when we give ourselves permission to relax the allegiance of being so seduced by how I feel, how I don't feel, what's happening to this, what's happening to that, what's going on with my mind, what's not going on with my mind, what's going on with my star system or with my astrological chart, or what's going on with my human design, or what's going on with my this or my that, or my access bars, or what's going on with my light codes and and it's so wonderful. I mean, what a glorious display. I am a fan of all the expressions. If you're a light code speaker, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. I'm a fan of all the expressions. And in this moment, the invitation is to relax your allegiance to being anything. Relax your allegiance to being a light worker. Relax your allegiance of being an energy worker. Relax your allegiance of being a therapist. Relax your allegiance of being a dick. Relax your allegiance of being an asshole. Relax your allegiance of being an intellectual. Relax your allegiance of being a fireman. Relax your allegiance of being a stripper. Relax your allegiance of being whatever it might be, just for a moment to notice how completely undressed you are right in this instant, right in this moment, not bound to any definition, not bound to any label, not bound to anyone else's definition, not bound to anyone else's label. This is the invitation not to say, hi, you are vast infinite consciousness, and to believe that, but to check it out for yourself. Only you could know if this is true, and it's right here. Only you can know. Only you can give yourself this, and no one could ever take it away, not even you. Boy, do we try to take it away. All the attempts, all the systems, all the origin stories, all the religions, all the oh my, all the perceptions. Boy, do we try to annihilate and postpone but it's never once worked. There has never been a human being successful in annihilating and stomping out the fire that is this inexhaustible flame of being. Think of that about that for a moment. Not one human being, no matter how much they've tried, no matter how much they thunk, no matter how much they've written, no matter how much they've uh, professed, no matter how much they've spoken, this moment is still here. This moment absolutely here. This is the sacred moment of all your favorites, whoever you have on your lunchbox, whether it be Jesus, this is the moment of Jesus. Whether it be Buddha, this is the moment of Buddha. Whether it be Nisargadatta, this is the moment of Nisargadatta. Whether it be Ramana Maharshi, this is the moment of Ramana Maharshi. Whether it be Medea, this is the moment of Medea. Alan Watts, this is a moment of Alan Watts. Who else is popular? Medusa, there's a moment of Medusa. Oh, hey, Medusa. But it's so nice to allow ourselves to be held by this sacred fire, the sacred flame of being, the sacred intelligence, the sacred aliveness, giving everything that we think we are the most precious sensory deprivation tank to completely float and be held. So, for a moment, notice whatever thoughts are present and allow each thought to be held either on a hammock or floating in a tropical sea or floating in a deprivation tank, everything resting equally on awareness, not something higher or lower in this vast expanse that's immediately present. Vast expanse can sound a little abstract sometimes to the mind, but this is immediate right where you are. Snap, snap, dragon. Boom, 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 babalinga ding a ding, swing, swing. Such a gift this moment. Such a gift this moment as you. I love that there might be an idea of you being someone in a moment and then out of a moment. How wonderful, how exciting, what an adventure. And if at all there's a moment to receive the option that you are not someone appearing in the moment, you are the moment itself. A thought of something appears and disappears. You here, unmoving, always here. Notice in your own direct experience right now all the different ups and downs of thought, all the different ups and downs of feeling, all the different ups and downs of hormones, all the different ups and downs of body, all the different ups and downs of sensations, all the different ups and downs of energy, high vibe, high vibe, low vibe, all the different ups and downs of circumstance, all the different ups and downs of what you've got and what you don't got. Amazing awareness, so simple, so sometimes can sound so sterile or so blah or so boring, but to just feel it, to be willing to move past whatever judgments there are about that word and just notice what's here, what doesn't move, what hasn't changed, what is absolutely welcoming of all experience, what is love itself. What is love itself? Benevolence itself. And to notice the inexhaustible energy that this aware presence is. What's available when we're no longer in a space of really trying to wrestle with something or fight something or at war with something or trying to change something or trying to shift something? But it can be really tricky because we'll have a taste of this and then it's like, oh, I got to do something with this. Oh, I got to change the world with this. And then we don't notice that we're seduced right back into thinking that there's a world that needs to be changed. When that's just another mind, another identity. Oh, I am someone fixing a world. I'm someone fixing consciousness. And in the name of consciousness, we turn into the very thing that inspired us to be free to begin with. Another dream contributing to the dream of suffering. in the apparent dream of an apparent dream of an apparent dream of an apparent dream of an apparent world. I mean, it's so wondrous. I love that we can get an education in how mind works, right? That we can get an education and start noticing as awareness, because guess what? It's only ever awareness that has ever noticed anything. We tend to think, oh, it's my ego that's aware. No, it's not your ego that's aware. Awareness is aware of ego. Notice, take a look and see. Ego's never been aware of awareness. Oh, it's my thoughts that are aware. Really? Take a look and see. What's aware of them thoughts? Are those thoughts aware of awareness? Oh, it's my body that really? Take a look and see. In this moment, discover, explore. This is an opportunity. This moment, you, another facet of yourself, another, and not even another, your very self, if you can hear it, your very self. Hi, hello, how you do? Very self here saying, hi, beloved. Look at you, so perfectly being your infinite self. Look at you, so perfect with the thoughts that appear to appear, so perfect with the feelings that appear to appear, so perfect with the angst or the stories or the adventure or the problems or the dreams or the whatever the holographic expression might be. So perfectly so. Look at you, so infinite. Look at you, invited to experience the melodrama of yourself, of mind's own journey. Look at you giving yourself every opportunity, giving yourself every curriculum to go even deeper and deeper and deeper, to rest even sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, to expand one's capacity to be a presence of benefit, to expand one's capacity to love, to expand one's capacity to listen, to expand one's capacity to soften, to expand one's capacity to be present, to meet the innocence of yourself and to meet the innocence of yourself, to meet the innocence of yourself and to meet the innocence of yourself, to meet the innocence of yourself and to meet the innocence of yourself. Mama say, Mama say, Mama kusa. 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 Ah, hey there. Mama say, Mama say, Mama kusa. So very sweet. Hello there. Hello, hello. So I'd love it if there's anything we'd like to explore tonight, have a conversation around, what maybe we're afraid that this means. Maybe we can hear this very simple invitation and think, oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire. And then goodness, but gracious, this means that I'm not gonna do anything with my life. Listen, what if I really invite this in? I'm just gonna end up a couch potato. I'm just gonna end up not fulfilling my destiny. Or who knows what the thoughts can be. And I invite you at home, or either in the comments. Remember, this moment is this moment. I love that there's a date as to when this happened and when this is recorded. And thank you, date. Thank you, suggestion of time. Thank you, suggestion of day. Thank you, suggestion of place. Just this here with this that's here. This side of the screen, that side of the screen, that's a wonderful suggestion. Not possible. There's no side of the screen or that side of the screen. This moment, inseparable, inseparable, closer than depth perception, closer than eye perception, closer than ear perception, closer than body perception, closer than pheromone perception, closer than perspiration. So, if anyone would like to share what you're hearing or what's your experience in this moment, uh, what excites you about this moment, or what feels a little challenging about this moment? Is there something where there still feels like an allegiance that I need to fix my mind or I need to fix my body? And this is very innocent. I need to fix my energy field. I need to fix my vibration. I need to alter before I can, or I need to do a particular substance, or I need to let go of something. I need to let go of this trauma. I need to let go of my ancestral trauma. I need to let go of generational curses. I need to let go of negative thinking, scarcity thinking. I need to bring in positive thinking. I need to bring in abundant thinking. I need to have a realization. Oh, I need to have a spiritual realization. I need to have an awakening moment. I need to have a religious experience. I need to have a sense of oneness. How can I be awareness if I've never tasted oneness before? It's so oneness is a very amazing experience. And like all experiences, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is closer than experience. If something appears to be new, that's a okay. If something appears to be new, it's a good clue that it's gonna go. Do you get that? If something appears new, like imagine, okay, here we are, and it's just like our mundane, ordinary lives. Then all of a sudden, poof, wow, all is one. Oh my goodness. And this is so, and then we do everything we can to try to keep that. We eat everything we can to try to keep that. We don't eat everything we can to try to keep that. We go to every retreat to try to keep, and all of that is okay. It's nothing, not that any of that's wrong, but this is an invitation to look even closer. What's more simple? What's more simple than what comes and goes? What's more simple than even a realization? What's more simple than a profound spiritual experience? What's more simple than everything that has a beginning, middle, and end? It's so sweet. It's so nice, the experience of relaxing, like to notice, like to check in, to track, to notice, to check in. And is there a part of me that's reaching for something? And I invite you to notice right now, as awareness, there's no place you can't go. So just take a look. Is there an atom within me that's reaching for something, looking to resolve something? Got to resolve my thinking, got to resolve my finances, got to resolve my attraction level, got to resolve my circumstance, I got to resolve, just noticing and then allowing that to be as it is. And like, oh, you're so welcome to reach for something, so welcome to look for resolution. No, giving it space. So welcome for it to do that forever. Forever. You have such permission to reach if that's what you're doing. You do what you do until you don't. And now also notice, which might be a little easier for some beloveds to notice, if there's an atom that's trying to keep something away, keeping scarcity at bay, keeping cockroaches at bay, keeping uh, drama at bay, keeping low vibrations at bay, keeping a world in turmoil at bay, keeping like resisting something. It's in the space of identification as a separate self, reaching part of the fuel, pushing part of the fuel, and for a moment to just open to that natural activity of mind and to feel into it as just mind being another flower of existence. Not at all evil, not at all bad, not at all unconscious, not at all wrong, not at all out of place, not at all inappropriate, so appropriate, So right. So good. Mind is welcome here too. Enough space. Enough space. And while we notice these activities of mind, what's also here is awareness reaching for anything. And being at rest and reaching can absolutely coexist. Not to confuse the limitation of language as a way of saying one is better than the other. It's just how awesome that we can notice these subtle, always active energies. And then to feel into the option. I love the moment of choice in the spaciousness, awareness, choiceless. Nothing to choose, nowhere to choose, no one to choose, nothing to choose is. But how beautiful the intersection of unmanifest and manifest, the intersection of the vastness and the particular, the intersection of the real and the relative, the intersection of stillness and the dance, silence and the song. We get to explore. Ah, let's experiment with what it's like to be in my life, be in my moment. Only life you ever have is this moment, and see what's the and to even imagine what our lives are like when we're living from and when there's an open willingness present, a soft bellied wisdom present, a soft bellied wisdom present. I love a soft belly. Oh, it's one of my kinks. Hey, you out there like a soft belly. What's up, bitches? St. Your Mama Satsang. This has been such a gift in my life to notice who I am closer than the story of myself. I love the story of myself. How hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Well, isn't our story of ourselves so fucking hilarious? So wonderful, so precious. I mean, think of like your favorite weird artsy movie and you just fall in love with all them motherfucking characters and it's like, yes, there you are, bitch. Yes. So wonderful, so weird, so strange, so flawed, so amazing, and then so on your ass, so flying, and then so boom. Wonderful. Ah, and boy, do we know what it's like to solely live as that. Oh my goodness. It's like to the degree that we believe ourself, yes, ourself, to the degree that we believe ourself to be something is to the degree that we believe other things to be other things. So if we're like really having allegiance, yes, I am this separate thing, then of course that separation thinks that thoughts are separate and then thinks that love is separate and then thinks that love comes and goes and then thinks that love has to do with something called another person. We think people are separate. And then there's this person and that person, and uh, wondrous, wondrous, glorious hologram. And there's other options available. And there's other options available. But oh my goodness, this was so beautiful to witness. You know, it's like the moments of grace where there was like some divine wrench that was stuck into the mechanism of separation. My mind, it's different moments throughout my life that invited another, a closer investigation, a curiosity, and then also the looking around at the heartache. I grew up with such heartache. I love my family so much. Little boy loving his family so much, and then seeing so much suffering and seeing so much violence and so much dysfunction, and then so much attempting to cope with not knowing how to deal with all of these emotions and all of the hugeness of these energies and these unquestioned assumptions and these but religious beliefs, and then all the drugs that were used as a way to numb, all the drugs that were used as a way to escape, all the drugs that were used as a way to make life feel like something again, and then all the carnage left in its wake. Oh my goodness. The relationships that were broken, the trust that was broken, um, aunts and uncles at war with each other, my grandmother, and I mean, oh my goodness, the human drama. And this question was so alive for me. Is there another way? Is it possible that we, it's like I already knew it was a yes. Somehow in my spirit it was like a knowing that yeah, there's other ways of being here. There is other ways, and nobody knows shit. I feel very lucky that somehow when I came to this experience, so you know, I love the thought about us coming to this planet. It's so wonderful. But again, that's just another origin story. No one's ever come to the planet. There's never been a soul inside of a body. It's all a wondrous display. You are here, and you've always been here. If you exist now, you exist forever. If that's a concept that you appreciate, forever. And as a friend once, my friend Deborah Silverman said that a friend of hers told her, which I really loved. I don't know who it was, but blessings to you, beloved, because it's so sweet. I love this so much. Do you know why we live forever? Because it takes that long to say thank you. It's so sweet. It's just the sweetest. Lord have mercy. I just want to pick me a daisy and walk around. Just be like, takes forever to say thank you. Isn't that really great? You know why we live forever? Because it takes that long to say thank you. Yeah, this leads me to another thing I'd like to share tonight. Beloveds who are non dual, beloveds who are on the spiritual path, beloveds who recognize themselves as consciousness, as inseparable from the divine. Know that even in that recognition, you could still praise. You can still celebrate. Sometimes there'll be an intellectual understanding of this inseparability and think, well, I'm all one, so I don't got to praise nothing or give. And then that's mind's version, and the freedom and the openness. You praise the rug, you praise the wall, you praise the shoe, you praise the chuleta, you praise the frijoles negros and the arroz and the platanitos maduros and the chimichurri. You praise the aguacate and the palta. You praise, you'll be praising. You'll be praising. That's all ego is praise. And sometimes we think praise only sounds like angels. Praise sounds like demons too, because the cry of an angel and the scream of a demon both equally announce this unmoving awareness. Equally announce this thought, the most wondrous thoughts. Boy, can we have some good ass thoughts. I love that. Great thoughts, supernova thoughts, amazing thoughts. And boy, can we have some fuck the fuck up thoughts. Some very low density thoughts. Oh my goodness gracious, can we have all kinds of thoughts? And for a moment, each thought, notice, equally announcing this that's here. So much space for the thoughts. Thoughts self release. Little clue to experiment with. Oh, what a sweet little invitation. How much time and energy do we put in trying to change our thoughts? Maybe a lot, especially if you've reached a certain point of evolution. You know, it's probably a good thing for a human being to consider what the thoughts are and to get busy trying to change them. That's a really high level of consciousness. And that should be applauded. Yes. Yay, 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 yay. It's not a bad thing. And if you're exhausted already, this is the invitation. If you're not exhausted, keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's all necessary until it's not. It's all necessary. Still resonates. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, beloved. And there's a freedom here that doesn't even see thoughts. There's a freedom here that's delighted, regardless of what the expression of the weather of mind is. You know, how does the sky experience weather? Is the sky going, oh, I only want sunshine? Or is the sky like open to whatever the expression is? Is the sky thinking, I need to get an umbrella in a rainstorm? Where's the shelter? The sky's like, hey, do your thing, bitch. I'm still the sky. And that's an attitude we could have with mind, or something to explore with this thing called mind. Have you noticed the only thing that has a problem with mind is mind? It's not your spirit that has a problem with mind. It's not your soul that has a problem with mind. It's not awareness that has a problem with mind. So free, so welcome. Mind is a gift. Yes. So what is there when you stop thinking? Yay, let's explore that. Bum 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 bum. What's what's here? Yeah, what's vividly awake in the presence of no thought? Thought may come back the next second, but we can't stop for a moment. Stop. What's bright, aware? And then thoughts come back. Let's have a thought about, you know, a gorilla fucking a llama. Oh, wow. That one. Or have a thought about an angel in a harp shop. Really wanted to get the right harp. Really wanted to pick the right harp, the right size harp, with the right quality of sound. Or thought about a demon pissed off that there's no hot sauce hot enough to quench his longing for something spicy. Every fucking hot sauce fails. Shit. Demon tongues don't work with these motherfucking hot sauces. Thoughts will arise and awareness still here. How many thoughts have you had just today come and go? Just today. Amazing. Yes. So many thoughts, and they come and they go. Harmless. Thoughts ain't got no calories, beloved. They ain't got no calories. We think we're allergic to them, but we're not. What would having better thoughts give you that's not already here? Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna have a question. Something you like to explore. Beloved.
So what I'm curious about is when you're having like a feeling of activation, you
Yay.
know, and um, there's like an inability or like there's a constriction when you're with that experience
Uh-huh.
that then activates you and makes you want to escape it somehow or makes you want
Right.
to blame or something like that.
Right.
Um, in my experience, it's been like even when I come back to presence, there's still that somatic tension that can
Yeah.
grab or pull or constrict.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious what your thoughts are
Oh,
to work
so
with that.
good.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Well, it's interesting to notice what's also present when the activation, right? I love using the phrase seasons. Sometimes we think, oh, I am someone who's always acting, or oh, I'm someone who's really still, or oh, if I wake up, then I'm just going to be sitting in a cave of my own making, or if I wake up, I'm going to be, really active and making workbooks for the whole planet. And and it's nice to be available to the seasons that arise, um, and the clarity of it when we recognize mind's innocence to have commentary about everything that's arising.
Mm.
We could relax any attempts to have that mean anything, or relax any, or in other words, our energy isn't going to try to resolve that. Our energy isn't going to try to fix that or try to change that. It's just like we're available to the pure potency of what we call action, of what we call a movement, of what we call an impulse, a dream, creative intent. Um, so it's nice to notice there's a sense of energy here, and then what are the thoughts around it? This energy means blank.
Mm.
Can are you willing to explore what that might be? Hmm.
You're asking me.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so typically if I'm feeling like a tension or a heat
Uh
or
huh.
constriction, I'll make it mean there's anger there or there's
Right.
judgment there, or there's
Right. Right.
yeah.
Or this came from somewhere.
Right. Right. This
Right.
came from somewhere. Totally.
Or this
Someone.
hasn't always been here. Or this is gonna go somewhere.
Mm. Mm.
Or and so what I love, and this is really something as so sweet and simple. As human beings, we haven't learned to feel our feelings. We haven't learned to be with ourselves. We haven't learned how to sit inside our own skin. We haven't learned how to be in the fullness of ourselves. We sure enough know how to dance around the fire of the feeling. You know,
Mm.
dancing around the fire is that's the stories around it, how this got there, where this needs to go, where this is, that also reifies a sense of a separate self. This is in my body, and this is hasn't been my body for months or for years. I hope this isn't here for long. I hope this finally goes away. What can I take for this to go away? How can I relax this? But to actually be with that energy. Do you feel that energy right now? And is there anything that I can do to assist that energy being even stronger?
It's interesting. It's like when I think about it, it arises.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I can like conjure it.
Right. So do you feel it right now?
Yeah. Yeah. I can conjure it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yay. Um, in this moment, notice whatever commentary there is about it,
Yeah.
you know, notice. And if you were to feel into it just as some like art project or some artistic energy, does it feel like gossamer? Does it feel like tar? Does it feel like lava? Does it feel like a brick? Does it feel
Yeah.
like
It feels like a brick. It feels
like
like
a brick?
crushing.
Nice. So
Yeah.
that crushing feel, let's totally welcome that crushing feeling. And for this moment, that crushing feeling, let's not separate ourselves from it. So let's not be cat and mouse with it, or like I'm aware. Let's just allow yourself, if you can close your eyes and just drop your consciousness into the center of that brick. Like, let's just be the brick right now. Full welcome. It's okay for brick to be here. It's okay for that sensation to be here. No separation between self and the sensation. Just the sensation right now. Giving it more space to be itself. Maybe it wants to expand. Maybe it wants to shift.
Yeah, I noticed there's like fear that arises.
Excellent.
It
Right.
feels
So
like
then,
dying. Like it feels like the fear of like letting it take over. It
right.
feels like, well, I'm afraid I would die. No, it doesn't make sense,
Yes.
but
Oh,
that's
it certainly
that's
does.
how it
And it's
feels
so
sometimes.
good to notice this, and this everyone can track and notice this is a common experience. It's
Mm.
like the floor opens and there's another layer, and it's this layer of fear there. So this sensation of fear, just like with the brick, let's just let fear totally be here. And whatever thoughts hold up fear. And also, for a moment, relaxing any idea that we know what fear is, or any idea that we know what a brick is, or any idea that we know what a someone is. Relaxing any idea that we know what a life is. And noticing, is there space for this sensation to be here? Maybe giving the sensation space if it wants to wiggle its toes, or if its wings have been tied up.
It's like a
So
lot to
good.
hold,
Yeah. And are there any thoughts around it right now? Well, it's intense.
right?
And then maybe relaxing the thought that it's intense. For a moment, consider, maybe I can't know that this is intense. Noticing what any other thought that may arise about it. It's something that I have to hold. Maybe I don't know that I have to hold this. Maybe it's not something I have to hold. Maybe it just is. Maybe it's not something I have to do anything with.
Hmm.
What's the experience?
It's a little bit lighter.
It's a little bit lighter. Yeah.
There's still this feeling of like anxiety a little bit.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. So when we're meeting these sensations and these feelings, especially the ones that we've been avoiding, we've learned, we become masters at avoiding these feelings and these sensations. And we've created a world with infinite distractions to
Mm.
not let these energies be met, you know? And it's kind of like we get to be our own petrodollar, not allowing new technologies to come forth into the collective consciousness. We become our own oppressed energy. We become our own um, uh, guards at heaven's gate. But in the willingness to be with the layers that may arise. So at first, it may feel like a brick. And then you're with the brick and you open to the brick and you allow yourself to dive into the center. To dive into the center is just to totally welcome it just as it is. To notice the thoughts and the personalities that are like, no, I don't want this here. I don't want to feel this. I want to feel light. I want to feel carefree. I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel soft bellied. I want to feel confident. I don't want this here. Because there's thoughts like, this feeling is going to ruin my life, or is going to control my life, is going to keep me from showing up for my dreams, is going to keep me from showing up for what's possible. It's going to keep me from, We have all these stories around it and the willingness to, maybe I can't know any of this. Maybe I can't know. Maybe I have all these thoughts about you, but I haven't met you. Sometimes it can be helpful to talk to the brick, to talk to the fear. What's your name? What do you want? What could I give you? What is it that you need? And that could be very, very useful too, as we get familiar with being with these feelings and these sensations. Relaxing the story around them, how it got there, who put it there, why it's there. And then also, it can be really useful to feel into just as little increments at a time. This doesn't have to be done in one sitting. You got all infinity, beloveds, right? So how sweet to be with the energy of it. Like, okay, in this moment, the next moment I'm not. Next moment I'm not. The next moment I'm gonna go back to the way I usually meet this and be like, fuck you, bitch. Or I don't want you here, or why are you here? Or how do I heal you? Or why are you still here? What do you need from me? What do you want? What's going on? Whatever the energy is, but for a moment to be willing to say, in this moment, you know what? You are welcome to stay here forever. I used to create all these scenarios and learning how to feel with my feelings, where I would imagine myself and know myself as the most divine oasis in all the universe, like the it hotel in all the cosmos. You know, Dubai looking like compared to what was happening here. Okay. This space was the most luxurious, loving space. And it's like, oh my, look how lucky you are, motherfucking brick. How the fuck you end up inside of me? Ooh, you got some good ass karma. Oh, look at you, fear. You got some amazing karma to end up inside of me. How the hell did you get here? There's a long ass line, and look at you in the front. You right here in the front desk. And guess what? Here in this moment, I'm going to give you the best room. You want the best room? You have the best room. You want a robe? Oh, we have, I don't care what you look like. We have the most amazing tailors to design a robe that perfectly fits bricks, or a robe that perfectly fits this or that. The perfect robe of every design, every possible expression. 5D robe is, you're just a mist of energy. We got a perfect robe for you. Perfect shoes, perfect. It's like you got the perfect bed. It's like you're so welcome here. And guess what? Let me look at the dates when you need to check out. Psych, you could stay here forever. Never have to check out. You never need to unpack. You never need to resolve something. Oh, and this hotel has the most amazing, luxurious, glorious, eco-friendly, sustainable stores. And here's the cosmic black Amex card. Full on abundance for you to go on your own little shopping spree. Get whatever it is you need. There's a banquet every night. It's like generous. Notice these sensations, they didn't just land anywhere. They landed in the most luxurious consciousness that has ever existed, the most precious beloved that has ever existed. Welcome is a sweet option. I like to say a full welcome is a full well go. That's what we discover in our welcome. Not that we do that for them to go. It's good to have vigilance, beloveds. Explore the word vigilance in your spiritual experience. Vigilance to know mind will use the most innocent and amazing of invitations and openings as another strategy of separation. Oh, I'm going to open forever just so it can go away. And it's like mind has taken that innocent invitation and turned it into another strategy, still keeping it. So it's good to just notice that possibility. And again, welcome that too. Oh, I'm going to welcome that part of me that wants to welcome just so something can leave. That part of me is welcome here too. There's no end to what can be welcomed. Notice you are that vast. There's no end to what you can be aware of. I'll have beautiful sessions with beloveds, and then all of a sudden they'll have an open space, and then thought will come in, and they'll be like, "Oh, but I'm not going to feel this way once I'm stopped talking to you." And it's like, wow, look at that thought. Also welcome it. Also notice it has a right to exist. Also notice its attempt to make separation real. Its attempt to make time real. Its attempt to make cause and effect real. And let's be willing to relax that for a moment. Sitting with what's uncomfortable, with these, what's the word? Whatever we feel is negative, whatever we feel is heavy. I mean, it's kind of like to allow them to be as they are and to give them space. Another thing that I would do is I'd feel these energies and imagine them as these wondrous beings in the universe, like these dragons that have been kept in boxes, that I've kept them in boxes, that I've made a zoo. And I say, oh no, I made a zoo. Or I try to make a zoo. Poor little babies. They just won't be free. And so I imagine myself opening the box or taking off the chains or giving them a bath or pulling off the ticks and then looking at them like and just like beloved, you want to try stretch out your wings, and I would imagine like them like opening their wings, and it's like, oh, give it a wingspan. And it was like a sense of sadness all of a sudden gets to be this. And it's like, oh my God, you're so free to be here. Oh, the most crazy monsters. What is it you like to do? You like to dig around? Okay, dig around. Then. You don't dig around. This is yes, this is we're exploring metaphors of welcome. And then who knows the creative ways that you will feel into welcoming this. Another way I like to say is imagine yourself as a dance floor. Have you ever been to ecstatic dance before? And you see all the different, everyone got their groove. This person doing that thing, this person doing that thing, this person's all about their feet, this person's all about their shoulders, that person's all about their spins, that person's all about their gyrations, that person's all, and it's like, yes, beloved, so free to do your dance. The brick gets to do its dance. The fear gets to do its dance. The anxiety gets to do its dance. It's like so much room for that. And then it's like, oh, am I going to be the dance floor that lifts off the ground and pulls the nails out and makes all this crunching weird sound and slap beloveds for dancing the way they're dancing? No, bitch, can't dance like that. No, bitch, can't move like that. It's like this dance floor is like, come on. It's like that's also and allowing ourselves to get familiar with these options. We start getting familiar with that part of us that is totally reliable and stable. Yeah. Because look around this room, everyone with their wonderful soul print, everyone with their own unique gifts and talents, everyone the gift of their story, the gift of their life story, all of it, the suffering, the trials and tribulations, the joys, the orgasms, the excitement, the dreams, the fulfillment, the wonderful, and pure awareness, pure awareness, pure awareness, pure awareness, undressed awareness, radiant awareness, unnamed awareness. So flawless. There's been no Hello Kitty sticker able to stick on you, no name able to stick on you, no nothing. Nothing has ever been able to stick on you. No trauma's ever been able to stick on you. No social security numbers able to stick on you. No past, no past. There's never been a past sticky enough able to stick on you. Free, free. And allowing these sensations to be here, we extract the nutrients. I like to call them energetic kale. We don't want to eat it, we don't want to chew it, but when we finally do, there's a lot of good shit there. When we sit with the energy and we open to it, or it's a potato, maybe put the potato. Fuck the kale. The kale was so 10 minutes ago. And the new thing is potatoes, all right? It's all about the, what is it called? The thermo diet, the Venmo diet, whatever it is. The thermostat diet. Is it thermo? It is. Hey, get it. Whoever came up with that shit, you better work. So yes, you sit with that energy. And you extract the nutrients. You know, how do we respond innocently to these um there's a word that's right at the tip of my head, but it's not coming. I love that I want to say it so bad. It's so funny. These so-called negative energies is we usually indulge in them. We have entity, right? In the medicine community, got the amenities you want to get rid of and this stuff with. So you either indulge, you avoid, or you replace. When we're willing to allow them to be as they are, we relax the need to reify a sense of a separate self. In other words, we're not trying to keep ego in the driver's seat. We're willing to open. And when we're willing to open, we get familiar with who we are. And as we open, we also get familiar with these things that appear because they appear and they feel so real and so distasteful. But it's also a full on namaste. A brick isn't what we thought it was. Fear isn't what we thought it was. Sadness isn't what we thought it was. Uh, Anger isn't what we thought it was. Spacious, clear, the pristine aliveness. I'm just open this book and see what wants to be read. This is called the Cuckoo Song. Okay, it's perfect. Free from the neurosis of compulsive striving, spontaneity is always imminent. With Buddha at the core of the now, goal oriented thought is muted. Meditation practice veils the sublime, and Buddha unveiled, everything is light. In the absence of natural, uncaused spontaneity, no definitive perfection is possible. In the absence of natural, uncaused spontaneity, no definitive perfection is possible. The Cuckoo Song. Now I shall show you the view that is no view, the view of Ati Yoga, the view that is free of all points of reference, unreified, transparent present awareness. This view is the spontaneity of awareness that is intrinsic to pure presence. Nothing is intrinsic to the view, it includes everything. So sweet little words. And I love that this speaks to our own direct experience. This is not about a time, it's a noticing. Notice everything is included in awareness. even a mind that may not want to include feelings or sensations or experiences, but that is also included. See, awareness is the great subsumer of all phenomena, and it's always available to us, which is really sweet. Mm, mm. Was that helpful? So, it's called How to Wear Your Socks. Your socks. And it's also called The Circle of Total Illumination. Abuela. How to wear your socks. You're doing so good. Same with the circle of total illumination. You're doing so good. There's infinite awareness. You do so good. There's a radiant, pristine, undressed joy. Like the appearance of a rainbow in the sky. Not in it exactly, nor out of it, not separate from it, but on the contrary, shining within. The radiance of present awareness in the now, self arising, self sprung, self manifesting, self radiant, shines in the real space of the field of reality. Dharma dadutu, or Dharma dutu, beloveds. Sometimes these words, I do my best. So blessings to whoever wrote and created these words. I do my best. Dharma to do too. Dharma Dalu. I love words. Which is inseparable from Dharmakaya. Now, to me, these are Buddhist drag queens, but they're probably not. I picture them each on RuPaul's Drag Race of Tibet, but that's probably not what it is. All right? The joy of language, the joy of language. And it's this that is free that can celebrate the joy of language and the joy of mind and the joy of every attempt and the joy of speaking and speaking and writing and how effective that can be. And also the joy for it all to be a complete and utter failure. Complete and utter failure. Ah, I love this. Through non accumulation in the now, the dual provision of virtue and present awareness is completed. Through non purification in the now, the dual obstruction of afflictive emotion and intellect is found pure and empty. Through non purification, through the willingness to resist the temptation to change something. It's such a temptation to change something and to fix something. And that has its place in our dream world. It's not saying if your floor is dirty as hell, you don't get the fabulosa out. You get that Miss Toline and you do what you need to do. It's like a forest in here. But in our own experience, it's a sweet option to give yourself the gift of stopping and allowing everything to be as it is. A grand welcome, even a celebration. How did you get? Who are you? How'd you get here? You have landed in the most precious space in the whole year. Who are you? Who even are you? Could you say it into microphone, please? I just need that recorded in the history of my expression.
Who even are you?
Who are you?
Hey, how'd you get here?
How?
How?
I'm gonna share with y'all the first song I ever wrote. that had to do with some kind of self-help shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. I don't know if I've ever sung this song in person before, but it's been sweet. It's been coming to my mind lately. Been coming to my mind lately, and I feel so much love for that 17-year-old that wrote this song. Where was I at? I think I was in Argentina when I wrote this song right after my father passed away. And I was discovering how amazing it was to open to love. And I was discovering how amazing it was to notice that my pillow was love, that my sheets, and my socks, and my toothbrush, that everything, the door, the handle, that I couldn't escape the kindness of this moment, even with all these feelings, even with all the tears. And the song says, I'm probably going to have to change the key that I've just been preaching in right now. It says, there are some times that I feel scared, lost and unaware of what's gonna happen tomorrow when the sun is blocked away by clouds. A smile's nowhere to be found. My only company is sorrow. When I'm not feeling clear, when I wish I was not here, oh, when I'm what some people call blue, when this is what I do. I open myself to love. It's all around, from the infinite space above to the living, breathing ground. I let it embrace my soul, vanishing, existing, fears my memory comes back. I know the reason that I'm here, to share the love that shines in me, the la 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 love, to give and learn how to receive the la 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 love, to share the love that shines in me, the la 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 love, to give and learn how to receive the la 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 love. I can tell who I was listening to when I wrote this song. Yeah, I was probably listening to a lot of Lauryn Hill, yeah, and a little bit of Stevie Wonder, yeah. There are some times that I feel scared, lost and unaware. What's gonna happen tomorrow? When, when the clarity feels gone and I feel a brick up in my soul and I feel like I can't let go and all this shit's just got to go and then I decide to open, then I decide to be a sky Then I decide to maybe stop running. Then I decide to maybe stop reaching. Then I decide to maybe stop seeking. Then I decide to maybe sit still. Then I decide to maybe stop avoiding. Then I decide to maybe stop wanting this shit to change. Then I decide to maybe meet this. Maybe be willing to die. Maybe be willing to be slayed. Maybe be willing to burn in the discomfort of, oh, Lord have mercy. This gonna over. This feels so overwhelming, overwhelming. I'm gonna burn. I'm willing to burn. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die. I'm willing to open. Willing to open. Willing to lay here. Willing to lay here. Then all of a sudden I'm just sitting here and Ikaros start coming through. Oh, Ikaros start coming through. Nine 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 nine. Nine 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 nine. 99999. Lukushimi sapo yoshimai, Lukushimi tapo 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 yoshimai. Hmm. Just right. Just right. Thank you, beloveds, for this time together. Thank you, beloveds, tuning in together. So much love, so much love, so much love. Happy birthday, beloved Lindsay. Oh my goodness. Happy blessed birthday. Yay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lindsay. Happy birthday to you. And many more, many more. Yay, birthdays! Oh, so sweet. Beloveds, beloveds. Just a quick invitation. If you resonated with what was shared, you're welcome to leave a donation. There should be links there, PayPal, Venmo. Also, if you're looking for some self-realization mentorship, it's my favorite thing in the whole world to sit down with a beloved and just tell them who they already is. And you pay me for that. It's hilarious, I know. But yeah, that's the way the dream works right now, okay? Also, how sweet we have ayahuasca retreats every month here in Boulder, Colorado. The sacred medicine, my favorite permission slip to open, to relax, to discover, to meet, to realize, to see, to notice. You know, my first ayahuasca journey, the invitation was to see what has never changed, and that was a game changer. So very sweet. You can go to leafandivine.org if you resonate with exploring ayahuasca retreats with me and my beloved Gervais, affectionately known as Mama Bear. And there's also myprivateceremony.com if you want something more private. Some people that are very empathic feel really hard to be around a lot of interesting sounds and ayahuasca ceremonies and sensations, so they prefer private, and that's also an option. We have a retreat coming up, and there's still time. We have room for a couple more. It's called Aloha Huasca in April 12th through the 16th. It will be a beautiful embodied integration ayahuasca retreat. Embodied integration with beautiful moments on the beach, integration in the water, satsangs at the Hindu temple, silent walks in Waimea Canyon, I mean, along with 3 ceremonies, 2 evening ceremonies, 1 day ceremony. It's going to be so much fun. And then also we have a retreat coming up in Mexico called Retiro Rosarito. It's in Rosarito, Mexico, right on the Pacific Ocean, just 40 minutes from San Diego. And also another beautiful retreat where we can do all the same things, but instead of the Hawaii stuff, we're gonna do Mexican stuff. We're gonna ride horses on the beach, and it's, I mean, it's going to be really, really sweet. So there's many options, and if not us, if you resonate with plant medicine, I'm sure it's going to find you. This universe can't help but to appear with whatever's needed, because all is the medicine. Everything is the medicine. Every experience has been the medicine. There's only medicine. And it's a delight to celebrate that, encourage that, and confirm that. So thank you. I love you. Adios.